Right, guys, how is everybody doing? It's the Crusaders hosting the Blues from Christchurch. Two unbeaten teams. Where's everybody watching from? I am here. Gaza is here sitting in the room with me.
G'day, guys.
Hopefully, we're going to get a nice, close game. Hopefully the Crusaders aren't going to put 20 points on the Blues like they put on the Highlanders last week. But we will have to wait and see. Jonathan, I am well. Thank you, sir. Yes, things are going all right. It's been a bit chilly in Auckland, but other than that, can't complain. It's a sellout crowd, says Big Will, to see the big dogs play. Yes. Greatly increased crowd for this one. There seems to be a bit of hype for this one. Novmum says, hi, Gaza.
Yeah, g'day, guys.
Adam, good morning. Matthew, how's it going? I hope you guys are watching this one because it should be a pretty good game. We will have to wait and see. Daramundi, I agree, man. I also hope it is a close match. If it's a blowout, that'll be a bit disappointing, won't it? But we will see. Old school Blues jersey, indeed. Big Will, it's good. I can't wear the new one because it's got green on it and I got a green screen behind me, so I would look like I got a big hole in my chest. Bully Ball, bro, you need to change that picture. That guy, we don't need to be looking at that guy's mug. Jamie says it's game over time for us Blues fans tonight. We'll see how we go, brother. Alaran says got the Crusaders by 10 in Super Brew. I think I've got them by similar. Joining you live from Scaffolding Park, pretty much. These guys do need a stadium which better represents, the team that puts in the performances, which is, pretty good one. Not over till the fat lady sings. I mean, it's sports, so there's always a chance. Just when you're playing down in Christchurch, the chance is very, very, very small. That's just the way it goes. Loving the jersey, says Josh. Yeah, man, it's a good one. It's a bit thicker than the current ones, and doesn't have any green on it except for a little bit on the sleeve, so I'm not clashing with the backdrop. Zane says it feels like a final. Well, given this competition doesn't have a final, this is probably the next best thing. Jonathan says I have the Blues by 3. Bro, that is a brave, brave pick. Look at that crowd. That does look good on camera. Sold out crowd. It only seats about 18,000, but they didn't get anywhere near 18 for that opening game down there, so yeah. Blues will have to be 20 ahead with 20 to go to have a chance, says Ribsy. I think the Waratahs did that once. They were ahead by like 20 and they still managed to throw it away. Flesh and good morning. How's it going? Hollywood, howdy. It is going well here. Thank you. Daramundi's got the Crusaders by 1. That might be a bit conservative, but we will see. I hope you're right. Well, I hope you're wrong. Alaran asks the obvious question, what's the booze? I still have 2 bottles of VB to finish, believe it or not. So it's an all New Zealand affair, and yeah, I'm drinking VB. Gaza is drinking Spates. I've even still got some of that wine left as well. If the game's going that badly, I might need to mix wine and beer, which is never a good thing.
I think the Crusaders by 10.
Gaz is picking Crusaders by 10. If you guys didn't hear that, I think on Super Brew I got the Crusaders by 8, so pretty similar. Tim says, let's go, can't wait for this. It's not too far away now. Let's hope the game lives up to the hype. 18,000 screaming Cantabrians in the middle of winter is quite a crowd. 100%. When I asked my missus if she wanted to go down for this one, she was not keen. Not keen. You like the jersey, Sabello? Yeah, man, thank you. It's a nice one. It was given to me by a subscriber, so I'm pretty fortunate to have such an old jersey in such good nick. Dan Carter, the water boy. That is correct. He couldn't crack the squad for this one.
No.
Only 18,000. Why haven't they built a bigger stadium yet? Politics, I guess. Funding. There's probably all kinds of reasons. But
2022, I think some.
It'll probably be delayed now, won't it? So we'll see. We'll see. Blues buy anything, says Big Will. Just as long as we win, I will take that all the way to the bank. We are about to kick off, people. The referee's blown his whistle. And there goes Richie Moonga. So this game is underway.
Cheers, guys.
Remember, Will Jordan's on the bench for this one. Edward is tuning in from the UK and buzzing. If there was a game to get up in the morning for, this one's probably, although I know it's not that early. Oh, good intercept from the Blues early. Not an open field, he's immediately tackled, but we've got the ball.
Go, 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 go.
Blues have got the ball just in the Crusaders' half. It's a decent start. And Bodie is putting boot to ball. No real pressure on him, but we've got him. Crusaders just outside the 22. Marius says hello from Cape Town. How's it going? Patrick, what's up? 2 cents. The game has just started. Patrick, I hate to think what time it is where you are in the States, but yeah. Bit of a decent start for the Blues. They've got an attacking line out in the Crusaders half. So we're only a minute and 30 seconds into the game. Rugby teams in Manitoba are now allowed to practice. That's good news. Hopefully things are coming under control there in Canada. Right, the Blues, if they're going to win this one, you'd think they probably need to take the majority of their chances and be good on defence. We will see. Whew. A lot of pressure for Plummer, you're not wrong. Chip through, the Crusaders have got it under control. Ribsy says, maybe we can build 2 Cents Park for Canterbury with super chats. We'll have to slope it towards the way towards the away side to give us all a chance. Yeah, bro. We need to have a slanted pitch, and the Crusaders always have to run uphill. Let's do that. All right. Oh yes. So cheers, Ribsy and Big Will. Says beer time, 2 cents and Gaza. It is beer time. Crusaders are getting the ball up to the halfway line. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Gaza.
Cheers.
Thank you, Big Will.
Don't let them run, don't let them run.
Thank you, Big Will and Ribsy, for that.
Come on, don't let them run, no, don't let them run.
Decent start so far. Looks like the Crusaders have kicked it out on the full.
Oh, okay.
Danny Manchester says, does Hawaii really need a team? Bro, if we can all get to an away game in Hawaii, who's going to complain? Blues players have more size, would you say? Maybe it depends on position. I think Goodhue is certainly a bit bigger than Harry Plummer. Piwa, good morning. Who do I think is going to win? Crusaders at home. You got to pick the Crusaders, but the Blues have started with a bit of a hiss and a roar. Decent kick. Very good kick.
Gee.
Right, Blues can't contest that line out. That was a hell of a throw, but not straight. Now, if the Crusaders are making mistakes, because they've thrown an intercept, they've kicked it out on the full, and now they've done a not straight, you need to score. That's 3 mistakes. Uncharacteristic. They're not going to do this all night. Five minutes in, people, and the Blues have got a 5-metre scrum. Blues are here to play. Blues should probably take 3 every chance they can get. Potentially Daramundi. We will see. I'm not sure what the conditions are like. It looks okay down there, if not a bit cold. Any idea why Plummer is starting ahead of TJ? Asks Apiwa. I'm not sure, but someone did mention that apparently Fa'ane was in Sam Knox Instagram post on the booze during the bye week, so maybe it's punishment because both those guys are not starting. So yeah. Jason asks, is Carter playing? He is not playing. He is. I haven't seen him, but I'm assuming he's the water boy. He was just down the road at Southbridge, so I would imagine he's come along to the game as a water boy or some other kind of assistant. Referee is telling off both front rows for not doing the scrum thing properly. Dewy but not bad for the conditions. Okay. Well, if the ball gets a bit of dew on it, maybe you should be taking the 3 unless you've got amazing hands. Nice food takeaways. Wants to see a pushover try. I'll take that. All the way to the bank. Crusaders don't often concede those kind of tries, though. Oh, straight down. We're almost a minute and a half. Just with scrum resets. Crusaders are really struggling in the first half of games. You could say that. Maybe just other teams play harder for the first 40 or 60 minutes and then just can't keep up. I don't know. All I know is the Crusaders pretty much always come home very strong. Seven minutes in, we've had 2 minutes of faffing about with the scrum. This one's set. It looks pretty even. Here goes to Tutu off the back, and he should be over. Surely. Bro, held up. Yeah, he's got a TMO that. Bro, that he's a machine, man. He still got over the advantage line, even if they've held him up. Man, he's dangerous. I got a business partner that's there at the game. Oh, okay, so you know why it is Dewey. None of them have got a clear grounding, so it's going to have to be something very clear on the camera. Otherwise, we'll go with the benefit of the doubt for the Crusaders. Let's have a look, guys. There looks to be body in the way. That's not going to be clear if it's that angle they're going with. This might be the one. If you can see where the line is at. Looks held up to me, people. Ooh. I think that's held up. I don't think it's going to be clear enough to be given. There's definitely hands under it, and then there's legs in the way. They're not going to give it. He's just gone over up here on Sky, says Flishin. I think you can pause my stream and then start it again, however many seconds difference there is. If I'm giving spoilers, just pause it for a second. I don't want to be spoiling you, but I don't know that I'll be able to control my reactions, to be fair. It is close, Sam. But I think Big Will's got it. I think it is going to be held up. I don't think they can overrule the initial decision. Nah. Held up. Fair call. Even as a Blues man, I'll say that's a fair call. Great defense, man. He did really well to get himself in that position, but just couldn't get the ball down. I feel like whatever you're watching, it's very close to KO today. Well, that's good. It's good. I don't like to be dishing out spoilers if I can avoid it. You're going to support the new Hawaii team in MLR since it's owned by Kiwis. I would support the Hawaii team because then I might travel to Hawaii one of these days. Like I was telling somebody earlier, like, if I try to convince my missus to go down to Christchurch in the middle of winter to watch rugby, she's going to be like, nah. If I try to convince her to go to Hawaii, she might say yes. Probably a bit more expensive to go to Hawaii than Christchurch, but still. Blues have to score, says Hapiwa. I think so. Second chance at it. If this was Super Rugby Australia, they would have had a dropout. Ooh, they're going to do the scrum again. It's close. I had to pause the stream for 5 seconds. I'm watching through KO. Yeah, I didn't know you could do this, but if you pause my stream for whatever how many seconds, then you'll not get any spoilers from me. So Tutu, good effort, says Big Will. Yes, the guy is a machine, man. He's really good at just busting that first tackle. Unlucky with that one. Flexion says, no, I don't like surprises. So you like spoilers? What are you, one of those guys who reads the end of the book? Like to reads the last page before you start the book? So Tutu gets another chance at it, but they've wrapped him up this time. Then quick ball. Akira Ioane. We're like 2 meters out. God, we have to score here if we don't. It'd be a big boost for the Crusaders. They've been under all kinds of pressure, but they've been holding up. Oh, we got advantage, so we should get at least 3. And we'll get 5. Talia. Take that. Now, that doesn't mean nothing, but that's a good start. Take the points. Is he checking something? Tell me he's just giving it. Are they checking something? I can hear them talking. Nah, it's all good. Whew. Good start, Blues. Good start. Big conversion to kick.
I need to convert this.
Yeah, the Blues really need to get every single point they can because the Crusaders aren't just going to let up. Not watching the game, we are packing up the house, just popping by to support the Blues. Yes, April. Good luck with the move. The Blues have just scored an early try, so we are in front. Will he add the conversion? Yes. Yes, just far out. That looked like it was going left. It looked like it was going to be short, but he got it. Okay. Right. Well. Okay. Big Will says, Blues, baby. 7-0. 11.5 minutes gone, so still very early days. Thank you, Big Will. I hope you're in a good mood after that one. Still early days, though, brother. Recipe to get Taleo on the phone for sure. He's eligible for a few places, but he's just signed with the Blues for another couple of years. Why are the Blues so good this season? Things just seem to be going right. They seem to be getting a bit of a culture shift under McDonald. Need a good exit here. Crusaders are always so dangerous just after conceding. Oh, when are the Crusaders not dangerous, man? They're not going to want to concede anything. They're going to want to hit straight back. Right, here's where the Blues will need to put in a good shift and hopefully catch this high ball. No, loose, but Talia's cleaned it up, thank goodness. And he's away. Go, son. Go, son. Come on, brought down, come on. It should be a turnover. Somehow we managed to keep it. I got to be careful because the kids are in bed. I shouldn't be yelling at the TV. Oh, I've just thrown into touch. Okay.
Should have gone left.
Anyway. So far, so good. Never seen Mark this animated. Sorry, bud. I need to be more down the middle, don't I? All right. Back for a penalty. Well, that's one of the first times the Blues have let the Chiefs off, not the Chiefs, the Crusaders off the hook a bit here.
I don't even know what it was for.
Offside, I think.
Yeah.
Kind of weird that the Crusaders are under so much pressure. Mark Talia's making a strong course for your team. My dream team, yeah, so far so good. All good, brother. Good to see your passion.
Mark Talia's good, isn't he?
He is bloody good, Gaza. He is.
He's a big
Great
boy.
tackle.
He's a big boy too.
George Bridge just managed to get his legs together.
We got so many good outside backs, eh?
Yeah, there's a fair bit of depth in those
And
positions.
halfback as well.
Blues are usually able to score points. It's the defence that lets them down. The Blues are just usually able to muck things up, but they seem to have had a bit more
Skill.
and composure, I think, is a big one.
Yeah.
They've not been knocking stupid balls on and what, so. Decent exit from the Blues. 2 cents. Rep my YouTube logo. Bro, it's my mug. Not a good look. Nobody wants to see that. Keep yelling at the TV. That's how the kids realize how to support a team. Yeah. Because you feel like the players can hear you, right? Oh, Crusaders have had another messy line out. What's going on with the Crusaders? 15 slightly lacking minutes. I think I've been supporting them since I've been supporting them. The Blues have gotten better. Keep doing it, April. Oh, but the Crusaders have just won a penalty.
Ioane.
A neck roll. It's a bit of a silly one.
He's a bit reckless sometimes.
Sometimes.
He's a very good player, but he just, has a bit of a tendency sometimes to do a few stupid things.
Good kick from the Crusaders. Now is a proper test for the Blues because they've not really had to do much defending in their own 22. It's a good kick from Moonga. Or was it Havili? I didn't even look. Big line out. Will the Blues contest it? No. They're getting ready for the maul, but it's a set play. Good Hugh, probably targeting Plummer. He was going for Black. Ooh. Here come the Crusaders. Someone fell off a tackle. That was terrible. Was that Goodhue? Like the Blues Goodhue. Bit of slow ball though. Oh, the pass wasn't quite the best from Bryn Hall. And the Blues have got a turnover. Oh, they need a big kick. And they got a penalty. Okay. First time, get out of jail. Mike Talair would have qualified for South Africa. Yeah, I think he's got a South African dad, and his mum's like Samoan.
Yeah.
So he could qualify for 3 countries, I think.
I only read that the other day.
Yeah. Good D from the Blues to hold out there.
Cody Taylor nearly went over.
Supersport is just behind. Okay, I'll feel free to pause my stream for a second to make sure I'm not in front of you.
Cody Taylor on there.
First test pass, Matthew. You're right, but there's going to be a second one probably right now. Back for a penalty. Referee's getting pretty whistle happy, but yeah.
Paul Williams.
Could feel you two suck in the air on that defence. Yep. What is this? Some kind of rugby genetics program? Samoa strength, South African speed, Kiwi brains, Australian looks. True enough. Hey?
He bungled that.
What happened? Did he kick it dead?
No, he must have.
Kicked it dead?
He must have. Yeah.
Oh, he has.
That was my winger.
Mistakes, man. The Blues haven't been perfect, but you'd have to say in the first 20 minutes, the Crusaders have had more mistakes than the Blues. Loving the news of the Hawaii team. Be supporting the motherland for sure, says April. Yeah, I hope that gets some progress, although I guess we're hoping next year the travel thing will be a lot better than it is now.
I love the idea of that Hawaii team.
Yeah, it'll be good. "20 minutes in, it's still 7-0. Blues have got a scrum in their own half. Need another decent exit. Oh, we've got a scrum penalty. Paul Williams is losing patience with these front rowers. Was it Alatoa or Moody that was penalised?
Not sure. I think it might have been Alatoa. I'm not quite sure.
Crowd has turned silent. Taking out the crowd from the equation is definitely going to be a factor. What's this about Hawaii? They're proposing to have a rugby MLR team based in Hawaii. There's like 5 All Blacks who are trying to get behind the like the ownership group to get it done, like Jerome Kaino and Ben Atinga and yeah, a few guys. Right. Now the Blues have got the ball in the Crusaders' half after that scrum penalty and winning the line out, so be nice to get some more points, put it beyond 7, get a wee bit of a lead. How often do the Crusaders have to chase the game? Sometimes. Oh, we've just bungled it into touch.
Barrett had a good game down the sideline.
Hello, Ethan. How's it going, man? Still 7-0 to the Blues after 22. but neither side has been able to take any of the recent opportunities, and there have been a fair few penalties given both ways. Box kick, Bryn Hall, not his best effort.
What's got there?
Did he get touched or what? Because that seemed a shocker kick if he didn't get touched.
I think he might have taken too long to take it.
Well, the Crusaders have got a defensive line out, so the Blues have got a chance just outside the Crusaders 22. Well, once again, I will say, we need to get beyond 7 because you know the Crusaders are going to bring it. Step 1, win the line out. Done. We're inside the 22.
Up until here.
It's a 2-2.
No, we got penalised.
Yeah.
Correctly.
Man, penalties conceded as 5 by the Blues, 2 to the Crusaders. So we're getting... Oh yeah, that was a bit silly. That was Bodie. How is the MLR financed that teams can afford to travel for away games to Hawaii? Some of the American guys will have to answer that one. I think the ownership depends. It's different from team to team. Like Colorado pulled out of the competition because they were locally funded by, I think, partly the local government, and they were like, nah, this is losing money. But some of them have got rich owners, I understand. And we're sure that the Crusaders aren't being impersonated. They just taking their time to warm up into the game, man. They'll be here.
Colorado going to have they're going to be reborn as a rugby team, or are they up for good?
I think they're still doing some kind of domestic competition
Yeah,
other
trying to
than
get
the
back in,
MLR.
aren't they? Yeah.
They don't want into the MLR though. I think it's too expensive for them.
Just the next grade down.
So that's the spot that Hawaii want to take up.
Yeah, I was looking at that on my phone the other day. Eh? Oh, another penalty.
Oh man, we're getting...
Takafasi, I think.
Yeah. Penalty counts. Penalty counts getting a bit uncomfortable. Good for the Blues so far, Scooter, yeah, but it's only a matter of time. I would have liked us to at least get 3 points from that most recent visit. Not to be. Crusaders got a line out on the 22-metre line of the Blues. Blues try to contest it. No joy. Crusaders have got another set move, and again, it's Goodhue. They seem to really want to send him down the Blues channel for Plummer and for Black to take care of. That seems to be a thing. Come on, Parsons, get back in the line. Oh, he's looking a bit groggy. Maybe he should go off. Yeah, James Parsons is not looking good.
He looks pretty sick.
He needs to go off. Yeah. I thought he was just being slow to get up, but
he might be concussed.
then he was kind of walking around like he's in all kinds of trouble. Oh, that's Tuangafasi. That's a big on clash of heads. I think he got him in the back of the head as well, which is always a bit worse.
Takafasi's a massive, he's big boy.
Crusaders got stage fright from having to play in front of an actual big crowd. Nah. Just a bit of a slow start. They'll be back. Colorado's a bit of a local rugby hotbed. Yes, that's what I understand, eh? They were one of the first places to have a proper dedicated rugby stadium there. Crusaders are beatable. Yeah, they're beatable. It's just you'll have to do most things right and not make many mistakes. But not many teams can do that. Crusaders need to expose the Blues' weak midfield. They seem to be trying, at least with the set pieces. Parsons usually plays like 60 odd minutes as well, so that's a bit disconcerting. Not good for the Blues lineout if he's gone, says Sam.
Oh yeah, he's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he usually plays 60, 70 minutes, so
He does.
they're having to show some old highlights from 1996 at the minute because not much is going on. The Blues, that one 49 was 18. Goodness me.
Yeah, he's off.
He'll have an HIA. He's not going to pass it. He's going to fail it big time. He looks really. He should not come back on. Even if he passes it,
Nah,
they shouldn't. They shouldn't bring him back on.
That was pretty bad.
Mark says, "Good morning, 2 Cents and Gaza."
G'day.
Hope you're well, Mark. This time, the Crusaders are going to take a shot at goal.
Yep.
And he's got it. The Crusaders are on the board. Big Will says he won't be back. I'm sure you're right, brother. Volleyball says bringing back memories from 1996 when I wasn't alive. I was alive. I was already in school. School for ages, actually. Oh, somehow the Crusaders have managed to regather what seemed like a pretty average kick. Bodie's got it. Puts boot to ball. Crusaders back three is looking well comfortable. Harvey finds a massive bit of real estate. The Blues will hope that keeps rolling. It's hit the post.
Plummer kicked it out.
It's a win for the Crusaders in that kick and duel. Do you think it is early to say that Jordan on the bench is taking an effect? He's definitely been their main kind of live wire player, but I mean Reese, Bridge, Harvey, they're no slouches, so we'll see. What's up, Ron? And yes, November 996 seems like an age ago. I was trying to remember how old I was, which is how old I am. The fact that I have to think about that.
Another penalty.
The penalty count's getting pretty bad here. How many penalties have we conceded? 7-2. It's not good. 27 minutes before the Crusaders are on the scoreboard. True enough. That's longer than normal, especially when they're at home. Cheers, Mark. Thank you for that, sir. you always manage to get up in the middle of the night for these games, man. So your commitment is is definitely up there. Hopefully your Leinster guys get a chance to play some rugby again sometime soon. Oh, the 90s. Shut up, Mark. I was 21 in 1996. It's April. Yeah, I wasn't quite 21. But, yeah. I certainly was going to school, doing stuff.
Yep.
It's another kick. There goes that big old margin we spent all those first 15 minutes building. It's only down to a point now. No, Mum had zero interest in rugby in 1996. In 1996, I think I was probably into rugby. But a bit later, I suddenly got into league. When did the Warriors start, Gazza? Was it around 96, 97?
95.
Oh, 95. Yeah, would have been a few years after that. Go Waratahs, go. That's the next game. I think most neutrals will be back in the force for that one, to be honest. Right, Eklund's got a big job ahead of him at this line-out. Because the Blues line-out has been pretty good in Super Rugby Aotearoa, that's true.
He does miss a few.
Smashing a VB for an all-Kiwi derby. I know, it seems out of place, but... yeah, I had some left over, what can I say? Right, Caleb Clark, he hasn't had many chances to run with the ball, but he's gotten over the advantage line pretty well. Don't concede any penalties. Keep some pressure on. Go through some phases, guys. Come on. We're almost at 33 minutes. The Blues have lost pretty much all the momentum they had in those first 15. Oh, God.
I don't know what they're doing. I think it was Bowden they got there.
It's another penalty conceded. What did he do?
I'm not sure. Just a look on his face.
Just got him a man. How's Sevu doing? He has not had much chance to run with the ball, bro.
Here's the replay.
April was engaged at 21. That's brave. I sure was not engaged at 21. I love how you got a fridge full of VB and Spates. Worldly North Islander. And we're going to keep the stream going for the AU game. I was planning to just do this game. 2 streams in a row does get... I've done it at the World Cup. It was a bit tough. We'll see how we go. I may need a break. Severus, yeah, it's maybe his first run. He's been tackled pretty down early.
Taylor, man.
Yeah, the Blues are getting penalised. Big time.
Oh, really? They're looking dangerous.
They are. They've got all the momentum at the minute.
The Blues are going to have to tackle.
Big time. Barrett should leave the clearing out to the forwards, Elleran. He should. He's trying to get involved, I guess. He's trying to make a mark on the game, but he's making the wrong kind of mark.
Because the rugby papers here have been saying he hasn't been involved enough.
Have I noticed a decline in views since South African teams are not involved? Nah, actually. It's been really good of late. Like the first 2 months of lockdown were very quiet in terms of the views, but the month before lockdown, I think, I don't know, maybe it was March? Or was it April? March was quiet, April, quiet. Or was it May? May and June have been pretty good. So, what can I say? South African teams leaving, that keeps coming up in the news. I think I've decided not to really make any more videos on that because it's just so much speculation that drives me up the wall. I don't want them to go, but if it happens, it's going to happen. Right, on this game, the Blues have defended about 14 phases here. The Crusaders have still got the ball. Oh, no, they got knock-on advantage. Okay, thank goodness it's not penalty advantage. Bowden looks disgusting in blue, says April. I can't get used to it. Oh, he looks great. It suits him. It's a great colour. Really love the live chats, watching the old games. You should do at least one a month. Yeah, I probably should. Otherwise, I'll never sit down and watch those old games, so you're right. Probably like on a Wednesday or something. Yeah, James Hart-Parsons is confirmed to be not returning, which is not surprising. No worries, Ron. Like I've done a few videos on the South African teams leaving. To be honest, Pro 14 becomes Pro 16 and all this kind of stuff. And the views, don't get me wrong, the videos do pretty well. There's a lot of interest in it, but I feel like I'm kind of being tricked by the news sources that I'm reading, that they're just trying to get clicks. I don't want to be a clickbait channel, if you know what I mean. I'd rather report on the actual news than the speculation. When momentum swings towards the Crusaders, says Grant, they are very dangerous. Yep. And you'd have to say they've had most of the momentum since the Blues scored that try. Since we scored, we've kind of switched off a bit. Well, after maybe that intercept. Hope Parsons doesn't return ever. He's been having a decent Super Rugby Aotearoa season, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of Parsons as either. Great guy, great club man, but yeah, he's been having a good little run. It's out there. That's all right. I know I'm betraying my username, but come on, Blues, give the boys in red what for? Says Jack Goodhue's mullet. Yes, go the Blues, man. Scott Robertson doesn't look stressed, but he looks intense. He usually looks happy in that box because they're usually ahead by quite a lot. No one seems to have asked the Pro 14 teams themselves about the South African teams coming up. Yeah, I just keep hearing it, man. Like the 4 Super Rugby teams are going to come. Oh, the Crusaders have just passed the ball to Satutu, which is a bit of a get out of jail for the Blues. We need a good exit. We need a good exit and just go to halftime a point ahead. Don't want to go down behind. That's why we love you, man. Honest opinions, Kiwi or not. Cheers, brother. I'm a Bull supporter and I'm supporting the Blues and Super Rugby Aotearoa. Good man, Aiden. We got the colour connection, so I appreciate that. I didn't watch your old game live streams during lockdown, but I've gone back recently and watched them, waiting for you to make good on your promise to watch the 2007 quarterfinal. Alright. Yeah, I'll need to do it. I'll need to make like a regular schedule, because I've been doing Twitch streaming on Mondays, but I think I might move that to like Tuesdays or something as well. They're usually pretty quiet, but I play a bit of PlayStation and talk rubbish. Oh my god, a landline, says Scooter. I know. That's alright. The penalties are hurting us, says Big Walt. You're not wrong. Oh, Crusaders are back into the Blues 22. We need to play one more get out of jail card. Have we turned them over, or have we given away a penalty? Nah, still Crusaders ball. It's 30 seconds to go in this first half. So Tutu's put in a big... Oh, it was Akira Ioane putting in a big tackle. They've both got bleached hair. $20 seconds. Crusaders haven't got their attack firing. Yeah.
What's going to happen in the second half?
Second half is going to be interesting. Hopefully fewer penalties from the Blues. Goodness me.
Oh, Sam Whiteman. Come
Oh, there's a knock on. That's going to be half time. Half time. Unless that off the ball stuff gets penalised here.
I don't want to be defending the whole of the second half.
No. What happened here?
What was that?
Blues have had to make 70 tackles to 40. 50 seconds behind me in the UK. Goodness gracious. Feel free to pause the stream if I'm doing spoilers for you.
I don't want to be putting that in the second half.
Slow motion tumble roll going for a job in the circus. Right, Blues, get the ball out, please. Get the ball out. Get it out. Get it out. Oh, we've won a penalty. We should probably still just tap it and get it out because that's probably enough of this. So, yeah. There's a Cantab in York, England. I do love your impartiality. Still shouting for the Crusaders. All right, it's halftime, people. Halftime. The Blues are in front somehow. And I'm about to check the halftime stats. I don't imagine it's going to be pretty reading for the Blues. But I guess the only thing that matters is the scoreline. Yeah. Interestingly, the Blues lead the run meters 109 to 140. But possession is 61% to 39. Territory is 62% to 38. So it's mostly Crusaders in those departments. Tackling percentage, though, the Crusaders are at 80% and the Blues are at 93%, which is pretty impressive. The Crusaders have made 40, the Blues have made 76. You can't really keep that stuff up for all that long. Penalties conceded, Crusaders 3, Blues 8, so not the prettiest reading. Nice food takeaway says, just hope Ruru doesn't come on. I was surprised at Ruru's selection as well. Good battle in the first half, says Big Will. Second half is where the game actually starts for us. The Crusaders can bury sides in the second. Yeah, a lot of sides are still with the Crusaders in the first half. It's the second half, especially the final 20, which often makes the difference. Can't help, says Matthew, but think a close game like this suits the Crusaders. The Blues probably would like to be ahead by at least 10, because you know the Crusaders are worth a good 10 on the way back. I think the full-time Crusaders, 6, Blues 7. You're going to laugh your head off. I can't imagine there won't be any points scored in the second half somehow. Grant Dexter, yes, the Blues are ahead by 1 point, believe it or not, at half-time. Bully Ball is going to be the first in the comments for the review of this. But I'm not going to review this one straight after. I'm going to watch the second game, then do a combined review. So you might be already in bed, mate. But tomorrow's game, you might be the first one. That'll be an afternoon one. Completely unrelated, but my friend thought you were quite the looker. She was disappointed when I told her you were married. Nah. I'm tall. It's about all I've got going for me. I am tall. Barrett hurt. Barrett been conceding penalties. That's what Barrett's been doing. Last time I saw such a brilliant defense physicality was from the Springboks. The Blues have been good, man. Like I mentioned, 93% tackling percentage. That is kind of Springbok test match-esque, isn't it? It's not really what you would call Super Rugby standards. It's much higher. Please leave Ruru on the bench. Christie is our best halfback and is having a good game. Yeah, maybe they just brought him on for physicality and defense. I don't really know.
Yeah, they put Ruru in for that.
Well, at least they got the Crusaders by 1, so currently getting the margin point on Super Bro. Do not worry. Second half, the Crusaders are going to put the Blues under the pump even more. Don't worry. How tall am I? In feet, it'd be like 6'4". I think that's like 194 in centimeters. So, yeah, pretty tall. Not like, Victor Matfield tall, but tall enough. Taller than most people. I'm hoping South African teams don't leave Super Rugby. Watching Sharks Ospreys would not be something to look forward to. Shots fired. Sometimes you'd have to say, watching, I don't know, the Sunwolves up against... Who's the team that I'm going to slag off? The Waratahs. This year's Waratahs. Oh, didn't they play? Wasn't it a pretty high scoring game? Anyway, Super Rugby's got its dud matches as well. Big VH is not watching this game, but looking at the low score. How does this game compare to yesterday's Rebels-Reds? Actually, that's a good point, because that Rebels-Reds game had 12 knock-ons in the first half. Let's compare that stat, because that match was 6-0. This match has had 4 knock-ons. So I would say this match, in comparison, has been better. That's generally a decent way of comparing how the games are going. What's the score? It's 6 Crusaders, Blues 7. That thing on the... There. That thing. You would have taken this score and performance before the game? Yeah, I guess. At least we're still in the hunt. We haven't been getting hiding. We've been competitive. We've put the Crusaders under pressure for the first 15 or so minutes. But, yeah, after that, you'd have to say the second half of the first half, if that makes sense, has been all Crusaders. When is Gaz jumping back on the channel? Gaz has a video in the pipes. It's ready to launch. I just need to do it. It'll probably be next week, maybe.
Or next year.
Or next year. He's giving me grief because it's been in there for a while. I'll do it.
And you'll love it.
Yeah. Be a good one.
You got to promise me you're going to do it.
It'll be done. Don't worry about that. Hey, 2 Cents, I've watched the first half with G-Man. Oh, say hello to G-Man back to me. I didn't know he was streaming this one.
I'll just tell him I'm going to do another one probably next month.
Sounds good. Crusaders are about to get absolutely demolished. Their pack is significantly worse than last year, and the Blues are about to unleash Rico and Bodie. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. Optimistic, but let's go with that. Low scoring, but still entertaining, yes. Whereas yesterday's Rebels-Reds game was low scoring in the first half and painful. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Wasn't it a draw?
It did end up as a draw, yeah. It's like waiting for the axe to fall. Yes, I would agree. The Crusaders are going to have a good period where they don't knock the ball on, because they've knocked the ball on 3 times to the Blues 1. They're going to get their line out right. They're not going to give away, I don't know, a penalty, something like that. That jersey brings back your childhood. Yeah, she's an oldie, but a goodie. I'm hoping to see the Blues score first. Yes, that would make the game more interesting. If the Crusaders score first, you got to think it's going to be a long road for the Blues to come back. This game reminds me of South Africa and New Zealand at the 2019 Rugby Championship. You mean tight? The Blues bleached hair cracks April up. My brother looks a bit like Rico, and he did that in the 90s. Yeah, I bleached my hair once, way back in the day, and it looked probably about as good as that. But those guys are they're getting the results, so I don't care what hairdo they've got rocking. That's fine. The Blues scrummy is very vocal and controlling the forwards very well. And Will Jordan coming off the bench will be dangerous. Yes. Very sort of Damocles feeling. Yes. Will Jordan coming on could be a difference maker. Oh, I didn't get an NRL joke last week. NRL jokes, I would say 95% of them are probably going to be pretty wasted on me, unfortunately. So much pessimism. Bro, it's the Crusaders away. When was I think the last time we beat them down there was when Carlos Spencer was still playing. That's a long time, if that doesn't add any context to it.
I think it was 2004.
Goodness me, that is a long time. Just got here, the Blues don't give up on us now. Bro, I'm still hoping. I'm just not optimistic. I'm a realist, I guess. Maybe even a pessimist. Your pick for time of the Crusaders' first try. They are often pretty good first thing out of the blocks, but let's be a bit more optimistic and say 55 minutes. The Mohawk used to be popular, now it's the blonde hair thing. And some of the guys are doing like the whole I'm going to grow the hair at the back and not at the front. Even worse than a mullet. Ripsy, bro, 41 minutes. Don't go 41 minutes too early. I always wanted to see Sri Lanka's wicketkeeper in the late 90s get injured while batting because then we could have seen Romesh Kalu with a runner. That one I get. I used to listen to the 12th Man. He had a lot of good jokes about... I don't know if those jokes would be acceptable nowadays. About people's names. Like he'd have gags about the Pakistan players' names.
Yeah.
Like, I keep my teeth in a jar beside the bed kind of thing. I don't know you could get away with those jokes anymore. I think they would be... They wouldn't be kosher anymore.
Now.
No, I don't think so. It'd be seen as culturally, I guess.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Can't do that now.
Hello from California, Sue. I hope things are going well in California. If the New Zealand media is to be believed, you guys are all in danger with COVID and whatnot, but I hope you're doing well. Dude, you've already been shadow banned. Bro, who's been shadow banned? Did I miss somebody? Pretty much the footy show all through the 90s were the same. Mahatma Code, etc. 250 COVID cases in South Africa now, says Ruben. Goodness gracious, bro. Take care. Keep washing your hands and wearing masks and all that stuff. Just keep it simple. Take care of yourself, honestly. Have you heard the Jack off joke? I'm not going to read that one out. What a game so far, Sue. Yes, it's been pretty intense. I'm just hoping my Blues, as people have said, can be the first to score in the second half to at least put the pressure back on the Crusaders. Sorry for mentioning the 90s, Grant. I was young. Just glad we're not facing Carter. I don't think your heart could take it. That would be a bit of a dig, wouldn't it, if the Blues had played Carter for the first time against the Crusaders down there. Crusaders look ready. The Crusaders are always ready. Don't lose faith, Blues fans, says Kenneth. They stood strong for the first half. A lesser team would have wilted. I'm just remembering back to the last week's game with the Highlanders, right? The Highlanders were right up into it until like 73 minutes. And then the Crusaders just went bang, bang. And it was a 20-point hiding in the end. So, yeah. We'll see.
Chiefs did pretty well against them, eh?
What about the long dong joke? Yep, I looked up that beer, and it's a legit beer. I just can't find it here in New Zealand, unfortunately. I would love to be drinking it while on the streams. Trying to see Bodie get his first try in blue. It'd be nice if he got it in this game. By the way, second half has started if you guys aren't watching it. We're at 40 minutes and 50 seconds already.
Good start.
Go the Blues, says Patrick. Good man. Steve says the Crusaders will take it home. I would say they're still the favourites. Who won that penalty? Oh, the Blues. We actually got a penalty. Well, wonders never cease. Any changes? Not that I saw. No changes? Okay. Have to switch to a different website to stream if you're going to be enjoying Long Dong, says Ribsy. It just looks like a good beer. What can I say? It's Taiwan's finest. Yo, Tim, how's it going, man? Yes, the Blues are ahead somehow by a point, but there's still like 38 minutes, 38 long minutes to go. So we will see. Hopefully Leon was saying don't concede more penalties at halftime. Rico Iwane looks to have lost a touch of pace. I agree. He doesn't look to have the same pace he did. When he scored one of his tries this season, someone was definitely catching him up, which was a bit surprising. But like you said, if he moves to the midfield, it's all good. Greetings from Eswatini. Bro, apologies. I don't actually know where that is. Christie's just throwing a pass to the grass. Bowden's running it back. Can we just appreciate the speed of Cody Taylor? He has got wheels, that's for sure. But if you're not watching it, man, the Blues are about 6 or 7 meters out from the Crusaders line. They've gone 7 phases. We could certainly use some points. It would make my blood pressure go a bit better.
Converted try.
Converted try would be nice. Don't concede a penalty. One of the Blues guys has lost his boot. It looks to be Satutu, which is unfortunate.
Got to score here.
We really do need to score.
Can I get the ball out?
Eswatini used to be Swaziland. Bro, for real.
Really?
I thought I knew a lot of those countries which have gone through name changes.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
No.
Oh, back for the penalty. They'll kick it, surely.
Oh, come on. Take the points.
Eswatini is the new name for Swaziland. Bro, when did that happen? Like, I honestly think my geography is not bad, but doing these streams, it makes me seem ignorant. Nobody knows everything. What can I say? No try for the Blues. No, but they've got a kick in front. They'll penalty right in front, so they'll definitely take the shot at goal. Tupolotu and Sututu in tandem are killing the Crusaders. Tupolotu is probably having his best season that I've ever seen. He's really upped his game. A few Blues fans down there. It's good to see. Well, if the Crusaders want to go in front with the next score, they will need to score a try because the Blues have kicked the penalty and it is 10 points to 6. It's not good news. What do you think of Mark Talia, bro? He's been pretty good. Busts tackles, he's got a bit of gas. Right, now Blues need a good exit play here and do not concede points straight after scoring them. I know that's a cliche, but God, does it happen a lot.
She's going to kick.
Wikipedia says the name changed in April 2018. No. Bro, that's disappointing for me. I would have thought I would have been aware of that kind of thing.
Looked at that a couple of weeks
like
ago.
When Ivory Coast just only wanted to be called Côte d'Ivoire. Like, I was on that. So, disappointing. What do people have against Ruru? Like, he's a decent tackler, but he's not got the best game for a scrum half. Well, the Crusaders have got advantage, so they will at least get 3 points here, if not 5 or 7. What did I say about the Blues not conceding straight away? So Tutu is limping, that's not good. Hopefully he can walk it off, but we'll see. They'll take a minute for this penalty, so... Yeah. That rule about the guy when he gets pinned, I know he's got to roll straight away, but he doesn't have a chance. They deliberately pin him. I mean, all teams do that, but it's just a kind of crappy rule, isn't it? Sometimes you'll hear the ref say, nah, don't hold him in there, but it's just a bit of a lottery. It's a bit of a lottery whether they say it or not.
Yeah,
he's got that. Back to a 1 point game. Boomfa, says Adam, and yep, the old not rolling away problem. Yeah. Geza hates that stuff. Don't you, Geza? Guy's not giving
I just wanted to get a converted try. So we'd have a bit of a cushion.
Nowhere you can go. Indeed. How do you roll away when the other guy pins him? Exactly right.
The breakdown, all frustrating.
Yeah. But it's the same for everybody. All teams do it to each other.
Oh, look out.
49 minutes coming up on the clock.
Oh, these guys are...
Blues haven't been great under the high ball.
Oh, man.
Looking at the results from last night's match on Super Rugby, I noticed something. 1% of people picked a draw for it. Damn. Ambitious. That's like impressive. Inflation says it's the bane of rugby. Yeah, it's one thing that gets people yelling at the TV, that's for sure. Thought the Blues would be going bad, but they are going awesome. So far, so good, man, but 50 minutes is not the test. It's the 80. Are you doing the Super Rugby match for tonight? I think I will probably just do this game and then watch the other game all by myself, I would imagine. So, I have done double streams before, but it gets a bit knackering. What I don't like about that is if you are not allowed to play or hold a shot the player holding the ball, he does get penalised.
I think it was Aotearoa.
Yeah, it's... I know they want the guys to roll away because they want quick ball. And if you police it more lightly, you'll get more people laying on the ball. So it's a tough one to get right. Being a Blues fan is stressful indeed. Phillips is high. Hey, man. Hope you're watching the game. So many penalties in this game. The penalties have been a thing in Super Rugby Aotearoa thus far. Scrum penalties seem to be going both ways, which is interesting. There's not really been one side dominating. What do you think of Rico at 13? He's doing all right. I don't think his defensive game is quite there yet, but he certainly looks like a live well with ball in hand. Tonight, he's not had that much space, though.
Plummer's taking the kick.
Wonder why that is.
I think it's might be outside Black's distance.
Okay.
He's a bit of a long-range clicker.
Probably too emotionally drained to do this after the next game. Maybe, eh? Maybe it's just a lot of talking. I have done it before, though. Like I said, it is doable. And Plummer has shanked it.
Right. Oh no. He had the distance.
Ribsy says, Game 2, the Force brothers need you. Bro, are you going to bribe me to do the next game? I mean, I appreciate that. Let's open the next beer.
Jordan's on. Reese is off.
Thank you, brother. I'm looking forward to see how the Force go. Been wearing my Force jersey all day long, believe it or not. Ref's not the best. He's been a bit whistle happy, but some of the penalties have been really dumb. Like Bowden's given away some head shakers. Was it Harvey just kicked it out on the full?
Yep.
Seriously, some uncharacteristic errors from... Oh, but yeah, Will Jordan's come on for Reese, by the way. I missed that. Hodgman for the All Blacks. Oh, yeah, it'll be a stretch. For the Blues, maybe. Was that two Pilots regathered there from an offside position? Don't know. What kind of beer is that? Looks like cough syrup. That's VB. I know people give me grief for drinking that. Geordie would have kicked that with his eyes closed. Oh, man. You're probably not wrong. Oh, man. Plummer. What happened there? High ball. It goes loose off Talia. Was it off his shoulder? I think Plummer then knocked it on either way.
He knocked it forward.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to say it was a Crusaders carry back? I thought Plummer got a hand on it. But cheers, Sam, by the way. I know you're a big Canes fan, so no doubt Geordie would have kicked it. Always been curious, how does your missus like you watching so much rugby? She doesn't mind as long as we kind of balance it out with other stuff. So like today, take the kids out. You know what I mean? Yeah.
TMO decision here.
TMO, was he just having a look for who carried it back? Yeah, that touched Plummer's hand. And there. So I think it is going to be back. It's been knocked forward from the Blues, surely. It's what I saw first time watching it. What beer is Gaza having, Ruben? He's been drinking Spates. Spates.
Yeah, not forward.
Kick a rugby ball around the park with kids. Sometimes we take a rugby ball around, to be fair. Usually we just go... Like, we got an annual pass for a local park here, so we just take them there, like, so many times to see the animals and stuff. Yeah, they love it. Tire them out. family time. It's a good balance, right? Can't just do rugby. I know this ain't about the game, but what is your take on Mana Tuilangi out of Leicester and possibly maybe because of RFU's Alpha England? Yeah, it seems like Leicester lost quite a few players, right? And it's all, yeah, it was quite a few due to the salary thing. I think Taufua was one of them, right?
Yep.
Jordan Taufua and one of the, I think, one of the Tongan guys, the fullback, what's his name? Veainu, yeah, I think he left as well. So
Yeah. Some guy named Reed, who's played a couple of caps for England or one of their emerging sides.
right,
Yeah.
right. So the TMO has decided it's going to be a 5-meter scrum for the Blues. Penalties galore, low scores, tight games, ruck law debates, long range kicks at goal. Am I watching the Premiership? Super Rugby, believe it or not. Man, this league, Super Rugby Aotearoa, has been full of drop goals, if you'd believe that. So, yeah, maybe. See you, Jason. I also hope it's a Blues win. Will Mrs. Two Cents join for a live stream ever? I would say probably not. The closest Mrs. Two Cents has got to a live stream is she brought me a beer once on the stream. Wow, the Crusaders have just conceded a penalty. The Blues have tapped it quickly. Akira went close, but he's been held up. Rico! Oh, children sleeping. Whoops. Bro. What happened there? What a mess. But Rico Ioane has just scored a try. Goodness me. What is going on? Akira taps it. He gets interfered with. Not back 10, so the Blues have got advantage anyway. They spin it wide. And Rico just straightens through that gap. It takes 3 guys, but none of them can bring him down. It's
Big boy.
It's good work. Let's go, Bleach Boy, get in there. Yep. The bleach is working, people. That's the secret. Why have the Blues been doing well this year? Because they've bleached their bloody hair.
Oh, no. He got the kick charge down.
What?
Wait, got the kick charge down.
I was already writing 17.
Oh, he got the thing charged down.
Are you kidding me? That's embarrassing. You can't give
Crusaders.
3 points.
Look at this. Oh, man. This is cruel. Here they come. Oh, man. That's cruel. We needed those 2 points.
Bro, the Crusaders took the kickoff quickly. Oh, they've knocked it on. About 7 meters out. Jeez.
Gee.
Can't breathe in this one.
Oh, man. Richie Malanga.
Oh, man, he went close. That's the Blues switching off there. They're lucky to get away with it.
Yeah. Oh, man. He missed that kick. That could be vital.
You can't be just gifting the Crusaders 2 points like that, man. You're that close. Just chip the bloody thing over. You don't need to be faffing about. Goodness me. Oops. Sam says, that's crazy. Listen to the crowd. Yeah. It's not often you hear a crowd like that for a Super Rugby game here in New Zealand. That was some passionate stuff. Man, what's going on? Oh, man. Rooting for the Blues, but damn, what a move by Mo'unga. Exactly right. What was he doing, man? Don't mess about with your kick. Big Will says, game on, people. How's the blood pressure doing, Big Will? Heart rate's got to be going. Bryn Hall's been replaced. And cheers, man. Ugh. It's madness. Inflation says it's 9:25 in the morning and I want a beer. Is Jordan off? Not that I saw. I know Bryn Hall's gone off.
And Aotearoa's going off, I think.
Oh, and the Crusaders have fluffed their line out. Come on, Blues.
Yeah, kick it down, that's right.
That restart gather from Mo'unga, excellent. Yeah, man, the Blues should have been more switched on than that. That's Blues of old. Too busy celebrating. Kick. Not out on the full. Good kick. Some people have been saying Barrett ain't done jack so far, but man, honestly, you cannot underestimate how good his tactical kicking has been at the back for the Blues. He's been awesome. Ane is coming on. It looks like Plummer's going off. Whew. I love how we usually see a mix of fans on this channel. Suddenly, as it's against the Crusaders, everybody's magically from Auckland. Indeed. And then, yeah, that would have been a 50-22. Oh, no, it's Black. Aotearoa Black's gone off. So Fine is on. I wonder what they're going to do with the positions. Does that mean Barrett at 10 and Plummer's going to go fullback?
First five, isn't he? So you got to leave Black on.
After that charge down, maybe he's being punished. Whew. Sam says, love the left foot kick from Bodie. I think they said he's been kicking like 45% of his kicks with his wrong foot. So, yeah. Cheers, man. Jeez, this is quite the game.
Out on the full.
Can't be doing that. He follows up a great kick with a rubbish one.
He kicked it out on the full, Bodie. Oh, man. It's a grandstand finish here. Tackle him.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's just knock-on advantage. Who would have predicted the Crusaders tryless for an hour? Yeah, not many. But there's still 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes and about 10 seconds. Follow up his stain kick with a Quaid's Cooper special. Yeah, he's not going to be perfect, but he has been pretty good. This is basically the Super Rugby Aotearoa final, it seems. Yeah, kind of. Oh, God damn it.
Drummond.
Drummond's gone over for a try. And now that missed conversion becomes a problem. I mean, it may not end up being the difference anyway, but Jesus.
He missed that tackle. No, God, nobody there. Oh, no, he's going to convert this. Look at Scott Robertson.
Yep. The Blues aren't even going to try and charge that one down. They're having a bit of a huddle. Never count out the Crusaders. 100%. And instead of being a point ahead, the Blues are now a point behind. Grant was born in Auckland. But Grant, didn't you tell me you're a Chiefs fan? Oh, go. Right. Still 20 minutes anyone's game. Yeah. Almost a supernatural way of knowing when you just think you're going to have a chance and they twist the dagger. Crusaders are a good team, and this is kind of like Crusader time. From here on out, this is when the Crusaders usually put teams to the sword.
Bad.
The Aussie games have been exciting, but you can see the difference between class between Super Rugby New Zealand and Super Rugby Australia. We've had more games, to be fair, so give the Aussies a few weeks. They might pick it up. Crusaders just got another penalty. Sam says, let's go Blues. I agree, man. It's going to be tough. How many phases in the lead-up? It wasn't a lot. It was pretty quick play. Talia's been penalised for that one. When they executed the Reds earlier this year, they have me probably 1 minute where I was thinking we may do this, and then nope. Yeah. Can't really afford to dream against these guys, huh? Right, Crusaders have got another chance to put it beyond striking distance. What was that for? For taking out one of the runners on a kick through. Hink says, let's go Blues. Yeah, man, let's go Blues. We need to hold them out here. If we go beyond 7 points behind, I think it may be all over. Is it going to be try time for the Crusaders? They've been... Here we go. Good Hugh. They're about 4 meters away. Blues defense needs to get up off the ground. Come on, guys.
Tackle.
They're so close. And they got advantage. Blues are offside. Get behind the line, guys.
Tackle.
8 phases. Whoa. Good D. Akira probably slowed that down a little bit. Oh, that should be a try there. No. Oh. Back for the penalty. That was either clumsy or very cleverly cynical. Just need to stop the momentum. Yeah. Are they going to kick this one? Looks like it.
Yeah.
Was a pretty long advantage, yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jordan did go off for an HA and he's back on.
Yeah, he went off and then Reese came on now. Reese is going off and Jordan's coming back on. Danger time.
$19 to 15, people. Still in the game, man. Still 13 minutes to go. Blues are only 1 try away, but yeah, we'll see. God, if they lose by 1 or 2 points, I'm going to be distraught. Go Blue. Yeah, come on, Blues. See what you guys can do. Taylor's gone off. Makaleo is on. Blues forwards look knackered. That's the thing, man. You can dominate or pressurize the Crusaders for 60, but can you do it for 80? It's going to be a big question. Is that a knock on or accidental offside? Still in it, mate. Yeah, still in it for now. What happened there?
Chile had it and lost it.
Oh, yeah.
Down to Rico. Oh,
Blues saved 4 points. Yeah, you're right, Hank. They could have conceded 7 there easily and been having to score twice, but they're still within 1 score. So maybe we can think ourselves lucky for that one. "69 minutes are coming up in about 10 seconds. Big scrum needed here. Crusaders have got the ball out. Enor, he hasn't had many chances to run with the ball. Not in open space. Whose idea was it to let Plummer have a shot at goal? Yeah, I don't know. He's not got the best record, does he? So, it was a bit of a weird one. It's an interesting kick, but the Blues have struggled with these high balls. Oh, and another one. It's been an area of weakness for the Blues. Right, the Crusaders are going to have a 5-metre line out. This is what the Crusaders do.
Looks like this dynasty's going to continue.
Yeah.
Bring back the Blues of the 90s and early 2000s. Oh, no.
Oh, man. 10 minutes to go, 5-metre line out. Just hope the line out's not straight. Oh, the Blues have competed. They almost stole it, but they knocked it on. At least they disrupted whatever the Crusaders were going to do. It's knock-on advantage. Droppy. Charge down. Bro, back for the knock-on. Come on, man. He had the shot at goal. That's got to be advantage over. Come on. It's not penalty advantage. It was just knock-on advantage, right? Come on. Anyway. Blues were pretty brave to send up a jumper there on 5 metre line out. But it worked, even if they knocked it on. How many minutes remaining? It's 71 minutes and 30 seconds, so not long. Whew. Alex says, Bowden's second half performance may end up costing us the game. Cheers for that, man. You might be right. Because apart from that left-footed kick, he's not had the best time of it. You're sounding desperate, Mark. Yeah, I mean, this is just going pretty much exactly by the script, right? Visiting team comes in, puts the Crusaders under some pressure, and by 70 minutes, the Crusaders are in front and potentially looking to
take it away.
And put the game to bed. So, yeah. Oh, Ruben. Gaza, Ruben says, screw drinking Spates. You need to have some tequila for this game.
Oh.
Cheers, Ruben. Cheers, Ruben. I think it's been a while since Gaza's had a tequila.
I do like it.
I haven't even had tequila for, God, more than 5 years, 10 years. Oh, there's still 7 minutes to go. Forwards are getting knackered. That's probably not helping the situation. Indeed. It was one-way traffic after Aotearoa's charge down. Yeah, man, what a momentum shift, eh? Way to give the Crusaders a boost. Blues need to score a try, says Novman. Well,
you said that would probably happen.
They need to get out of their own half. Get out of their own 22 first, but yeah. Scrums are pretty steady. Set play. Nope. Whoa, Fitu Douglas saw a gap, but it closed. They're about 2 meters away. Come on, Blue, stay onside. Here's trouble. Christie, yeah. Jordan hasn't even scored yet. Nah, you think they'd want to get him the ball if they go through too many phases, but they're keeping it in the forwards. The Blues are rolling away. Douglas, Mo'unga.
Oh, Mo'unga.
They put him on his back. Here they go. Good Hugh. They've tackled him. It's 7 phases. Oh, and they got advantage for the Blues guy rolling the wrong way. Keep tackling, guys. Get up, Good Hugh.
Tackle. Ah!
It's Jordan.
Ah, Jordan. That's the game. That's the dynasty carrying on. You said it would happen, son. You were so right.
Will Jordan to score a try?
The dynasty continues. Look at Scott Robertson and Jason Ryan.
Crusaders are just too good, people. Crusaders are just too good.
He's had a good game, actually.
Especially the second half.
Mm.
Sam says, of course, Will Jordan. Why not, right? The guy scores against every other team.
Has to be an All Black this year.
Will Jordan scored. It was the Crusaders. Patient, excellent attack. Yeah, man, the Crusaders do it well, man.
Yeah.
The Crusaders don't have the record they have without pretty bloody good reason, man. They're such a good team.
What's the DNA down there?
You can get close to them for 60, man. It's just the rest of the game, the final 20 minutes, which you still have to play, is pretty tough going. This was close enough that an Eden Park full of Aucklanders might have made the difference. Maybe, man. Yeah, maybe. Up in Auckland on the reverse fixture, maybe we'll get a bit closer. But cheers, bro. It's kind of gone according to the script. On the bright side, Super Brew margin is looking good. I picked by 8. What's the margin at the moment?
11.
11. Okay. I'm close.
I picked by 10.
Yeah. Big Will says, still proud of the boys. Yeah, bro. Cheers, man. The Blues have certainly given a good account of themselves, but it's still clearly who's the best team. It's clear who's the best team in New Zealand. Blues have had a good go. Can't fault the guys. Bro, Tim, you're right. Alex says, really frustrated at Bowden's second half.
Poor Bowden.
He's made some mistakes, man. And you make mistakes,
Under pressure.
you pay for it. But the forwards have looked tired. Blues, sorry, says Hank. Great to watch. Yeah, bro. Agree. Bully Boy says that's game. Bully Ball, sorry. Yeah, I agree. Can we at least get a consolation score? Can we get a bonus point?
Out.
Let's have a look. That washed the flavour of the Reds Rebels out of my mouth, says Ribsy. This game's been... Yeah, it's been a pretty decent one, hasn't it? We got about a minute and a half to go. It's not going to be golden point for this one. Phil says, not Bowden's fault. Yeah, bro. I mean, it's a team game. And the Crusaders have just been too good in the second half. They've been clinical, yeah. They've been winning penalties.
Pass it.
Oh, we've been doing stuff like that. We threw the ball to touch a few times, so there'll be a scrum and that'll be game. God, if the Crusaders get another try. Oh. Put the Crusaders in the next Rugby World Cup as the AB's guaranteed win. They are pretty good. Maria says, support the Blues. Sorry, next time. Yep. Maybe when on the final game of Super Rugby Aotearoa for these two teams will be against each other in Auckland. Maybe that'll be a closer one. When the Crusaders applied pressure and backpedaling and they just put it on the throat. Yeah. She's pretty tough, people. They did this to the Highlanders last week too. Exactly right, man. Exactly right. It's really hard to stay with the Crusaders for 80 minutes. That's just a fact. They're that good.
Ruthless efficiency.
Future All Blacks, Will Jordan, 100%. That guy has to have a black jersey. Scott says, up the Crusaders. They've put in a shift, man. They've given that crowd a really good show, which is great to see. So hopefully for the next game they host, that they'll get a good turnout as well, because they've given these guys some proper entertainment. Do you kick it out and deny the Blues the bonus point, or do you keep playing and try to make it a... Hello, just put a fork in it, it's done. I hope so as well. And that's it. That is it.
All over Rover.
Well, like you guys have said, I echo your sentiments, man. The Blues put in a good shift, but 1 point up at halftime was probably not going to be enough, because you know that Crusaders comeback is going to come every single time. Sure enough, they are too good. Too good. Right. I am gonna finish this one up. 26 points to 15. It's not a hiding, and it's closer than what the Highlanders got, and it's down in Christchurch. So honestly, credit to the guys, but also credit to the Crusaders. They're too bloody good. Too bloody good. So yeah. Cheers, Tim. Cheers, Jonathan, Leo, the V8 Big Show. All good. Yeah, Felician says always the home game. We've still got one of those, so we'll see if we can get revenge in the second one. But again, it'll be tough. For Hollywood, thanks, man. It was all good. Big Will, gonna go cry into his beer. You and me both, bro. Now you know how it feels to play New Zealand as a Wales fan. Yeah, bro. I do understand that. But, yep.
Goodbye, guys.
Cheers, Mark. I'll see you guys again for the next one. Cheers, Grant. Take care, fellas and ladies. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time.
Take
Good game.
care.
Yep, take care.